Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and my leadership lesson for you today is the right question. So what is the right question? This is a question that, when asked, helps the hearer think through more clearly to an answer and to a response and to a decision that they need to make. It helps them focus on the direction they need to go in. It helps them think more clearly about their purpose. The right question can refocus a discussion. It can re-energize a discussion. It can force people to think deeply into a situation to determine the right next steps. The right question is usually very powerful, and it leads the hearer to action. So here's an example of the right question. Jay Stein is a third-generation CEO of the off-price retailer Stein Mart. Now, several years ago, Jay Stein had some health challenges and had to step back from the CEO role. Subsequently, the company went through 3 CEOs until the time that Jay took it back over on an interim basis. And then finally a reporter said to him, "Jay, when are you going to drop the interim from your title?" Jay thought about it for a moment and said, right now. That simple question helped him think clearly that this was the time for him to step fully and permanently back into that role as CEO of the company. And Stein Mart is a $1.3 billion company with over 266 stores. Now here's another example of the right question. Coach Greg Popovich, and they call him Coach Pop. He's the San Antonio Spurs winningest, in fact the whole NBA winningest coach, and he's a coach of the San Antonio Spurs. He has 16 consecutive winning seasons. And when Coach calls a timeout and all the players gather around him, they don't come to him for direction on what they should do, but he says to them, "What do you want me to do? What do you think you should do?" And this helps the team think through and use their strategies and their tactics to understand how they need to win the game. Sometimes with the right question, we don't lean on others for direction on what to do, but we go and dig deep into ourselves because a lot of times we know what we need to do. We just have to apply ourselves and think through it. So here's my question for you. Is there someone in your life who you can really help and add value to them by asking them the right question? You have to wait to the right timing, you have to wait to the right moment, and you really have to think deeply into the situation. But if you want to be of value to them, there may be a question that you can ask them in their lives that will help them think through to a decision that they need to make. And I hope that you have someone in your life that will return the favor. Because we all have situations and we all have times in our lives where things just seem a little fuzzy. There's so many options, there's so many choices, there's so many issues. What's the right decision? And we hope someone will ask us the right question so that we will come to a clearer decision and take the right course of action. Thanks for listening to me.